seconds in particular, that's the best. I'll make sure to put it up.
Are we gonna watch it on stream? We could do that.
I'll be fun.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I think were we not gonna watch that? We should be watching it. Because we own Magic Spoon, we're streaming, so.
Magic Spoon.
No, because of what happened on Tuesday, though, Magic Spoon's like.
Wait, did it email?
Well, I mean, like, there's like requirements, right? So it's like they pay you a certain amount up front to meet certain requirements, which is just like and stuff. And then after that, there's like commission-based incentives on top of that too. And it's like we're not trying to fucking push that. We're just trying to get like the for sure money. We're doing it everything else is relevant. But we were supposed to complete a full 2-hour stream before a specific date, and that stream got cut off at an hour 12.
That's too bad. No. Because you guys kind of, I think if you guys were loud the whole way through, you know, their level of loud would be like a lot louder.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They're conditioned to the noise.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized it's time for me to get the fuck out of here anyway, because it's a bunch of like prissy and white looking can't handle new like sounds that isn't their combat.
All right, you guys ready? All right, let's do this. The funny thing is, my mic wasn't even on mute, but he couldn't hear you guys. But hello.
Hello.
How's it going,
Hello.
everybody?
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Yo.
Yeah. Well, welcome to tonight's stream. We are having a music video release party for Drunken Daydream, and
Woo!
tonight's
Yeah.
host we have Jess, who's hosting tonight. So give it up for Jess.
What's up? What's up, everyone? So yes, my name is Jess. I am Kyle, or the holographic children's sister. And it's it's an honor to be here and host this podcast. Be easy on me. I'm not a professional interviewer or podcaster of any sort, but you know, when he asked me to do this 8 hours ago, or when that was. I mean, I was like, can't say no, of course. Gonna do anything for my bro, and not to
That's
get
some
all
Filipino
cheesy.
shit.
Yeah, hell
That's
yeah,
some
it's an
Filipino shit right there.
obligation. It's an obligation to my kuya, you know, show some damn respect. No, but my kuya and I are super close, and you know, would do anything for him, kind of shit. So you know, and very happy to no, not to make anyone cry, but of course I was gonna do it, and I'm like genuinely happy and like so stoked about this release. Super proud of him, and you know, the team that put it all together. You know, so let's celebrate and have a good fucking time tonight. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me. Let's introduce the man himself.
Hello.
Holographic children, Kyle.
I'm the man himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. I'm the Holographic Children. I made the music for Drunken Daydream, and yeah, that's and I edited the video, so that's my contribution.
Awesome. All right, and let's introduce the director, Gina. Want to say, woo? Say a few things about yourself for our audience.
And hi, everybody. I'm Gina Chin Davis, and I worked with the Holographic Children on my first feature film, I Can't Sleep. He composed the original music score for that, and he did a fantastic job. And this is our second collaboration. I directed the music video for the Holographic Children's song "Drunken Daydream."
Great movie, by the way. You guys should check out. I Can't Sleep. Check it out.
Yes, yes. And then let's introduce our fellow actors or supporting actors here. Medium or Kevin, if you want to go first.
I don't know. I should not be going first because,
to be honest, back up there.
The powerhouse performance came from my counterpart there, Esteban.
It was team
Zesty
effort.
FD, mommy's boy. But I just want to say I am honored to always work with the Holographic Children, even if he is my cousin, and even if you are my cousin as well, Jesse. Yeah, thanks for having me. But it's I feel like he's the guy keeping the dream alive, and I'm just here to like make sure that he keeps doing that. But yeah, I played a fucking humongous part in this video, and I can't wait to break down all the techniques I used to bring that character to life. So thanks for having me.
You also can't sell yourself short because you did help me record this song. You know, you were in my ears when I was recording this song. You were the sound engineer. And
thank you.
Yeah, you added so much to the song. You did backups for this song. So yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not just a music video. You're part of the song.
Hey man, like I said in the post, I'm just honored to play a tiny part of both of the things, man. So it's always fun. Thanks.
All right, and Esteban.
Hi. Yes. Hi, I'm Esteban Solorio, and I'm another actor, and yeah, I'm very excited to be here and nervous, and I don't know, I don't really have much to say because I'm nervous, and thank you, Kyle.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah. And,
That's okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Doing great. You're doing great.
It's okay. That was you know, short and sweet, but that's fine. And someone that has you know, didn't get a chance to join us tonight, Eric Fry. Just want to give shout outs, you know, obviously huge part in putting the video together. He was the man behind the camera. So
like all of our videos.
Yeah.
He's the man, dude. He's the best.
Yeah. So shout out to him. Good shit. So are we gonna play the video or just wanna
let's do that.
right into the question?
Open
let's do it.
For it.
Was that lightning? Did you guys see that in their window?
Was there lightning?
I think it's the fact that he's switching screens and it's just like
Oh, that might be it.
I saw.
Yeah, because I saw a flash. I was like, is it raining that bad?
So close.
Could be an ambulance. I don't know. It could be.
Oh, Daddy, you leaking. Somebody call the amber lamps.
Ambulance.
There we are. We can watch ourselves.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's so weird.
We can watch it.
You know,
What
if
an
this
honor.
was an
Privilege, guys.
NFT,
This is a
this
privilege.
would be the NFT.
You
Yeah.
get to see my new pet Kylo.
Goodbye, guys.
He's the greatest pet.
All right, I hope you guys can see this.
You get to see my new pet Kylo. He's the greatest pet that ever lived. He can do jumps and play catch, and you even sing for you on command. Seriously. Once I show you my new Kylo, you're all gonna want to get one of your own. You ready to meet him? You're gonna be so happy. Kylo. 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 Kylo.
Estevan, oh my god, man.
Kevin.
Best 2 seconds of the whole video.
It is. Look at that. Look at that.
There should be other scenes too where you're kind of hidden in the background.
Lazy summer.
The trash can.
Says the heat was out of style. Lost my cool hand visor. Don't bother. What's gone is thrown into the flies. Eat the fruit of life. I'm just killing time. Except I do it all the time. I'm just killing time. Is it a sign? My spark is going out. My spark is going out. I've been criticized all my life. Drunk in a dream where the sun goes down, a quiet town, but nothing's coming back. No, nothing's ever coming back. I'm such a bummer. All I do is sit around waiting for someone to spit fire into the torches of my mouth. Speak what burns this house. I'm just killing time, like a killer doing time. I'm just killing time. Is it a sign? My shine is going out. My shine is going out. I've been running all my life. Drunk in a daydream, intoxicated by my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a website, people. He has a website.
Yeah.
Website.
There's a
Check it out.
website, y'all.
Check that
All right.
out.
That's
Well,
fucking
thank you so
awesome.
much for playing that. I mean,
Hey, no
I
problem.
don't know, like I've seen it a few times already, but it's like extra special on release day. Like it just hit different. So yeah, first question of the night for everyone. Just feel free to chime in. What were your first impressions of the music video, and what resonated with you when you first watched it, or even now?
Yeah. I guess I'll just say first impressions. I've seen this a lot, so my very first impression was like, wow, that's a lot of work that I got myself into.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much my first impression.
My first impression is that I felt like we had a great day filming, and we all did really well, and we worked really well together, and I felt like confident walking away from that. But seeing how well Kyle edited it together, just the like artistry and the nuance. I mean, the animation too, that's a whole other thing I could talk about, but it's just like that really makes the video, in my opinion. Like the fact that he edited it in such an artistic way, and it feels like it perfectly complements the music.
Right. It feels very like psychedelic. Like I like the effects and the colors, just all of it. But
Yeah. When I first saw it, the thing that stood out to me was the intro, because I felt like that opening scene felt like an A24 movie, and I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking good. And then after that, I saw the rest of the video. I'm like, oh, this must have taken you a lot of long nights trying to animate one thing, and that sounds frustrating. So kudos, man. That's
Yeah, I was blown away. I didn't think that you were able to do all the animation work. I thought you were just gonna make it really simple. And yeah, when I saw that, I was just like, damn, dude, this is like overboard. But it came out so good. Like it really like blew my mind. Yeah, I was like, my first impression, I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like, oh shit, dude, this is sick. Like I can actually see this on like TV. Like I can see this on MTV or something. Like a sick video like that. It's like, whoa. And I like the story too. The story was really cool because I didn't really know what the story was. I was just like, okay, when we were filming, I was like, this is all random shit. But then when you put it together, I was like, oh, this makes a lot of sense now. Like this makes a lot of sense, and it's good. I like that. Yeah.
You know what? Okay, can I be real? All right. One of a value that I'm trying to like live nowadays is courage to be vulnerable. So I'm gonna try to practice that right now. In real talk, the actual thing that I really thought the first time I saw the music video, I was just like, "Damn, why is this scene happening hella early?" And I was like, "Oh wait." We didn't shoot anything in order, and like that's just not how things go. So I'm like, what the fuck? Was that the ending? Was he fooling me? And then I was like, oh wait, no, duh, it makes sense that happens at the beginning. So yeah, that was my real first thought. I was just like, how did he sequence this? But I was like, wait, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah. Thanks for being vulnerable with us.
Thank you. Shout out Dr. Linehan.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, when I first saw this, I mean, he was like, sitting on a box and it was a green screen, but to see him actually like floating in the clouds, it's just like, wow, it looks real. I don't know. It's really impressive. So, and that's just one scene of it.
One of my favorite videos that I have in my phone that sometimes I look at when I want to laugh is I just have like the raw footage of me. I'll just
yes. And for me, for me to have a vulnerable moment, I mean, he's my brother, right? So I just laughed a bunch when he was dancing and doing that. I was like, it's gonna come together, but right now it looks a little goofy. But I mean, it's just cool to see the finished product. So, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say too, it's like kind of like what Gina said. Like that day just kind of went perfectly, because we had a different date for that, and then it got pushed because I didn't get the day off, and then just on that day there were things that went wrong. Like I forgot my guitar, and that's why I danced. And I was supposed to be dancing.
Yeah.
That's good
but
trivia. I didn't know that you were supposed to.
yeah, but I gotta say, like, I think I did well in the editing. Thank you for the kudos, but I think like everyone's energies put together, Gina's just direction on this, and like, because I had like an idea for it, and then Gina just like solidified it. You know, like I had the idea for the beginning, but then Gina wrote like the script. So just like, and when I was editing it, it was just kind of easy to like, I don't know if we had like thought about this beforehand, but I just kind of saw the flow of the clips together. So I did. It was kind of easy to kind of like, you know, because there's for editing. I think what stands out to me the most is when like things cut a certain way, and I was able to see that in just the shots and the compositions that you had. That kind of like when it would cut, it's like it kind of matches this shot and stuff like that.
Right. So you know you're starting to touch on it a little bit, but you know, for those who don't know, you know, Holographic Children released Party Hat last year, which included Drunken Daydream. So kind of wanted to, yeah, something to celebrate too. Many milestones here.
Deal.
If you could just describe your creative process, you know, when you wrote and produced Drunken Daydream, just, you know, want to hear a bit about that.
Yeah, I was I had a show coming up, right? That our friend Adam helped me get. Where was that, Kev, again? What was the place called? Surf something? It's like
Damn, that was right before that. God,
something
the
surf
Riptide, the
related.
Riptide,
The Riptide, yeah.
Riptide.
Riptide. So I was like, okay, a lot of my songs, because I mostly like when I make something, I kind of come up with most of the instruments, you know. But that's because like I work with layers, and a lot of my guitar is not so much like strumming or whatever. It's mostly like leads. So if I played it in an acoustic show, it's gonna sound kind of, you know, like empty or thin. So I was like, I'm gonna write a song for that show that's like acoustic, and that's when Drunken Daydream came. You know, it's like a couple weeks before the show, and it's just one of those things. Like the only other song I could think of that just came naturally out of nowhere would be "In Your Heart." So it's one of those songs that like I didn't think anything of it. I just wrote it, and it's like, oh, I like it, but it's just a simple song I wrote. And for some reason, after the like, when I played it, I think people liked it, but it wasn't until after I recorded it and then I let people listen to it. I think out of all the songs in the album or yeah, the EP, that's what people would point to me and say that's the one I like. You know.
Yeah, I really like this song. I mean, I honestly will like catch myself singing it, like especially after those nights of just watching it over with you, and I like it. I feel like it describes you. Like I think it's a good song that's just like your sound, you know.
Thank you. Thank
Um,
you.
but you know, after, so you wrote the song, produced it, you know, put all together. So after that, you know, what really inspired the music video and coming up with that story?
Yeah. It started off when we like Kevin, James, and I were driving up to where was this? To LA. We were gonna have just kind of like a oh yeah, the music video for Brown Bitch.
That's right. Yeah.
When we did that on the way to LA, I was drawing on my sketchbook, and I wanted, it's like the Holographic Children is always supposed to be this graphic novel, and the characters in the graphic novel create the music. And so I just had an idea of like this robot guy who had a pet that died, and but it's a human because in this world like robots are kind of, you know, like they live on forever. Humans, they've kind of been, you know, like they're back in the food chain kind of. Just became pets. Um, and that was just my idea for it. That's yeah. I was supposed to be a comic, and then it just uh kind of transformed into this music video when I went to Gina. You know, because I was like, I want to make a music video. Here's the basic idea, and it was just that. It was just me going out of my body and just playing around you know, like anywhere, just around the street, just walking around as a ghost. And Gina was the one who kind of put a story together. It's like what's happening, what's the dynamic between the robot and me while I was alive, you know. So he kind of filled in the rest.
Yeah, I love it. You're just like flowing nicely with my questions here because the next one I had was, I know Gina, you mentioned earlier, you wrote, directed, and self-funded an indie movie, I Can't Sleep, and Holographic Children kind of produced the original music for that. So, you've collaborated before, so just wanted to hear kind of your side of it. How did this project begin, and why did you want to collaborate again? And how did you kind of, in your mind, see, okay, here's the storyline, how are we going to put this on film?
No, great question. And geez, like where was like how far back should I start? Well, I met Kyle. We were in an acting class. I actually met Kyle and Esteban in an acting class years ago. And we were friendly to each other during the class and everything. But the last day we had our final exam and we had to do, I believe our teacher called it like the rock star final. And everyone had to perform a song, like a famous person. And I remember Kyle was Elvis, and Esteban, who are you?
Oh, it's James Brown.
James
I did
Brown.
the song. I feel good. I feel
That's
bueno.
amazing.
I feel bueno. That was so fun. It was so fun.
Yeah.
I really practiced for that too. I was like, I gotta practice his mashed potato step. I did that. It was fun. Yeah.
No, you guys both did amazing, and I know Kyle, you were like wearing like the Elvis.
Oh yeah, weren't you Selena?
I was Selena. Yeah, so I met her like from when she performed at the Astrodome.
Yes.
Man, I want to see this footage.
I know. I wish there was.
Like somewhere. I know we like recorded it. It was a great class, and it was like a really fun final, and that was our last day of class. And at the end, I just remember talking to the two of them like in the parking lot saying goodbye, and we exchanged Instagram handles just to keep in touch, and so that's kind of how I continued to know them, was just from like we just happened to be standing together at the end of the last day of class like that. And so I was, working on my film stuff, and I would see that Kyle would post art and post music, and I was like, oh, I didn't know he did music. I only knew him from acting class, and so I would just kind of keep an eye on what he was doing because I thought it was cool. And then when I was, so fast forward to around like 2018, 2019, and I funded and produced, wrote, and directed my first feature film, I Can't Sleep, which is like a sci-fi, lo-fi kind of drama movie. And I was looking for someone to do the music for it, and I was looking for like music for it. And I just remember being on Instagram one morning, and Kyle had posted one of his songs. I forget which it was. I think it was Lost Loser, which ended up being in the movie at the beginning and the end. And I was kind of like, it's good work. I feel like, that would be like, I like this music. It's like, it's good. And I feel like it fits with the vibe of I Can't Sleep too. So I think I just reached out to him and I told him that I had finished filming this project, and now I was in post and I was just looking for a soundtrack for it. And we went back and forth, and he was like, yeah, like, let's do this. And it just kind of happened, and it worked really well, like Lost Losers in the film at the beginning and the end. And then it also has a Drunken Daydream at one point in the middle. And then yeah. And you compose some original like scoring for certain scenes that I knew needed music, and he was so professional about it. Like, I was like, yeah, I think have it ready by like X date, and like he's like, I just want to make sure. that I was right because I don't want to mess up. I was like, no, you're fine. But he like did an amazing job. In fact, last night I was rewatching that film because we're trying to put it on Amazon Prime soon, and have to get
Yes.
Yes, yeah. So I'm working on that, and I rewatched it last night with the captions. Somebody did the captions because you need captions for Amazon Prime, and I was like, man, this music works so well, like the scoring, and I don't know, he just did like such a great job, and so that's he was so easy to work with too, and so professional, and so I think at the end I was like, this is somebody I want to work with again, like in this creative way. Now that we've like had a success here, and shortly after he was like, let's collaborate on some music videos, and I like, yeah, that's great. Let's continue to make films and all that together. So that's what brought me into the project.
Yeah, it's a great creative partnership here. I mean, you guys are coming out with some good stuff, so we hope to see more of it soon. And I like how you said that his music fit your vibe of that sci-fi, and I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. You're so right. So hopefully we see some stuff in the future from you guys. I wanted to hear from our robots here, and I want to start with Esteban. How was your overall experience in the music video? Specifically navigating that costume. I mean, you're wearing some big helmet mask type thing, and you got like some metal pipes on your arms, and knowing that you can't rely on your facial expressions, to convey emotions. You're just doing some movements. How was that whole experience for you and acting that out?
I mean, it was a challenge, but overall it was fun. It was nice to get through those obstacles. I think the hardest thing was the fingers. I think there were like washers or something that I put on my fingers, so that was really hard because they kept falling off. But it was cool. I mean, there was parts where it was frustrating, but regardless, I was just like, this is great. Like, I'm not gonna get mad or angry or upset. I'm just gonna keep going with the flow. And we just had such a great group, and everyone was so positive that it just made things a lot easier. There was like no drama. It was perfect. Right. It was really perfect. So overall, my experience was great. It was great. It was a good challenge. It was awesome because I didn't think things were gonna be like that with my arms coming down, sliding off, my fingers coming off. The ears are coming off the helmet, and but just still going with it, just like. And then Gina, big thanks to her because she really directed me really well. There was times where I was like nervous or I was distracted because of the things that were going on, but hearing her voice and having her commands really helped me out. But her direction, but yeah, it really helped me out, and it made things a lot smooth. It was like a hot butter going through butter. Yeah, if I said that expression right? Is that how you say the expression? A butter knife going through butter. There you go. There you go, baby. That's it. That's
going through butter.
Yeah.
I like that.
Smooth, baby. Smooth.
Well,
you did such a good job, Esteban. Like, and you two, Kevin, like, you guys both, like, it was really hot that day. I mean, I don't know if at some point you can see the sweat on people. We were all sweating a lot. Like, I was wearing just like a t-shirt.
Hot butter.
Yeah, hot butter. But I have to say, I'm used to the heat because I'm always in the hot studio, so I didn't mind that much. So that would really pep me up, actually, my hot yoga. So that really helps me out. So it really got me used to the heat. So that didn't bother me too much. Yeah. I was wearing this fucking sweater. This sweater, yeah.
That shit bothered me. It was hot as hell.
Yeah.
I was bothered.
Yeah, so I guess then quick have your overall experience. You were hot and bothered.
Oh man, I was like, I'm just gonna be real. At some point, I was like, "Where's the union?" Because I'm doing too much. I felt like I was being taken advantage of in terms of hours and tasks completed. But no, really, like it was just, like I think one thing that Esteban said earlier I wanted to highlight was just like the group that we had out there was just really dope. Like I think we all just like had a great time with it, and it shows, I think. So in terms of my experience, like I was just happy to contribute in a tiny way. I really did not like the amount of time I spent in the robot suit was so negligible that I can't even complain about the heat. You know what I'm saying? And like we did just like, and we banged them out so quick that that really what I had the chance to do was just have like a front row seat to watch like four people be super creative and have like really great like chemistry. So that was just fun for me, and I was like stoned the whole time, so I'm just there smoking weed watching four people create shit, and that was the best. And it was like so much fun. We got done way sooner than any of us expected to, and yeah, I think it's just, you could just tell we all had a blast, you know.
And before that, I guess our experiences with music videos is like we arrive at the place and we're like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah, because like even like because the luckily it is. But one thing we also said when after everybody was leaving and we were just getting packed up at Guyacal's house, we were saying like, man, the last few music videos we did and felt like we got way more shots in way less time. You know, like in the old videos we would shoot for like 8 to 10 hours and we'd be like, we didn't get anything, you know. But like even Cammy started helping and directing, and that helped us like kind of streamline a bit. But then when we worked with Gina, I was like, okay, this is what it's like to do a music video with a director. You know what I mean? Because it's like, look how much shit we got done in so little time. When we would do like weekends, we'd go to LA for a whole weekend to shoot a music video, and we'd be like, we got nothing. Like Cammy, poor Cammy editing the videos would be like, you guys didn't get any shots.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Exhausting. Sounds exhausting.
Yeah. So yeah, that it was a fun time. Great experience for me.
Yeah, and I have to say, I think, you know, that I was shocked we finished so early too. Like I've been on like long days, long shoots, and I mean, I know this like, you know, doesn't happen every day, but like I do think that it's about energy, it's about attitudes, it's about having fun, choosing to have fun. And I think that makes all the difference. You know, time flies when you're having fun. And I like, this was such a unique experience for me with that, because I've been through the complete opposite. And this was just so smooth. So
I mean, we also did a lot of planning, you know, like
yes, that part. I forgot.
It's we were talking about this like last year, right?
Last October, we met up to do location scouting.
To do locations, and then it like we didn't shoot till May.
That's right.
But like I think it just really ironed out like all the details, and yeah, that's mostly your work too. I was just like, I don't know what to do, you know, like.
You did the storyboard, because I can't draw to save my life. I can't draw, but that was something that I think really helped speed up, you know, like, you know, day of. I just knew in my head and on paper what the picture was going to look like and everything. So I was just like, I just have to make it match the picture. And, but yeah, it was really helpful to have all that prep with you earlier on.
Well, you know, this question's for everyone, but were there any surprises, good or bad, while creating the music video?
Yeah, the first surprise I would say is bad for me, great for everybody else. I was like, I ain't really in this motherfucker. I'm just kidding. No, again, I think the biggest surprise was one, we got done hella fast, and then two, Guikal danced hella. Like I was like, damn, this motherfucker is so brave. Like,
yeah,
and it was like moms with their kids and stuff, and he's over there. I'm like, damn, dude, this is a side of Guikal I've never seen. So
He has a fourth
I was
wall.
surprised.
Yeah, just the acting class just kicking in, you know. We were trained.
We were trained. This is where our training came. Yeah.
Any other surprises, good or bad?
Well, yeah. So when we were there, the one surprise was my guitar not being in the car. That was a surprise.
I didn't know you were supposed to bring it. That's trivia that I've learned today.
I know, and then like I just remember as soon as we get there, I just opened the sliding door to get all the robot costumes. I was like, "Yep, I forgot my guitar."
Oh man.
But the other surprises was that there's just people that were like being weird while we were taking videos. Like there's this guy in a cowboy hat and like just always just there for some reason. I don't know if he wanted
No, he was riding a horse. Like he was riding a horse. Remember when we were like pulling the wagon?
Yeah.
He walked by us with the horse, and he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I do remember that. So random.
Yeah, it's like if they see the camera, they want to walk right towards it or in front of it or be behind it. And like
He wasn't there to like ride his horse or train his horse. He was there to like show off his horse. Like he was riding his horse, and then like two ladies are walking by it, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm on a horse." And like, what's going on here? Wait,
Wow.
I had forgotten about that part too.
Yeah, there was some lady saying some cringy joke. She's like, "Oh, it's my Uber ride," and I was just like, "What are you talking about?
Like,
Like, what are you
God.
talking about? Like, what?"
Oh man.
And then he responded with something hella nasty too. Like, what the fuck?
Oh
He's like,
no.
"Oh, there's my Uber ride," and he said something disgusting. And me and Eric were like, "All right, dude, like, come on, man, this guy on this horse."
Well, that's that is definitely a surprise to see someone with a horse there, especially in that location. Like what? What did y'all learn from making this music video?
You want to go first? Or?
There's horses in Richmond.
Besides that, definitely learned it that day.
Never seen that before. Have not seen it since that day. So weird.
Yeah, I mean, for me, what I learned is that music videos could be done like in an organized manner. You know,
That's a fact.
That it can be done ahead of time. No, honestly, just I think mostly what I learned is kind of like what I like doing and what kind of things I like working on with people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Definitely with the animating and the editing part, I learned so much. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just think that even with the music video release, like that was for some reason I was like reaching a paralysis moment. You know, I was like, I don't know how to release it. I was like thinking about it too hard or when to release it, and then like I guess it's just I'm a procrastinator. And like when I just set a time, it's like, oh, that's in a week. I guess I just kind of learned just to kind of let go and just let it flow.
Mm-hmm.
Let God.
Yeah, that's like the best thing I learned too, is just to like not get overly stressed or get too like, you know, just too frustrated, just to go with the flow and just not have no expectations, you know, just kind of just just if something messes up or just go with it, just keep going, you know, no matter what, it's gonna work out in the end. And it did. It worked out even better in my opinion. So yeah.
Totally. I feel like that was my same lesson more or less too. Like learning how to, you know, be a director and directing, like there's this instinct in me that's like I gotta control everything and it's gotta be this way or else I'm not doing my job. And yet with this project, I mean, you know, Kyle and I prepped and planned for a long time, and that was a really good part of the process. And then like, you know, a day of unexpected things happen, and it's like choosing to be open to whatever's happening in that moment, not trying to control it or be on top of it, like clenching it and all that. Because and you get his amazing dancing. We like wouldn't have seen his amazing dancing if he had that guitar. That would have been a completely different vibe, and this totally worked. And I just want to say now, I did not know Kyle could like dance like that until that day either. So I was just really, really insane. I was like, wow, this is great. This is, you know, kind of, like, you know, going with the redirects that you didn't necessarily plan, not trying to be such a control freak can actually work in your favor in the long run. I think is something that I learned from this.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because I think, like, I try to imagine that ending of that video with him playing guitar, and I'm just like, that would be so, like, it wouldn't hit as hard. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that he's, like, dancing like that is, like, I think it fits, like, the theme a lot more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Yeah. love that you guys brought up the guitar and how that, kind of worked in the favor of just like the concept and, just fitting the vibe of the video. He had thank you for the guitar emoji. I kind of want to think about the holographic children's like career as a whole, and his previous music video, "In Your Heart." He actually has a guitar the entire time. I believe so, right? So
yeah, there's times when I was holding a bottle instead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. But it's just like it's just interesting because you wanted to have that, but you didn't end up having it for this music video. I guess we'll have Guia kick this question off, but how or did your style evolve, since the beginning of your music career? And you can, kind of reference, "In Your Heart" as well, because that was your last music video.
Yeah, I think that my music is always evolving. Same thing with my art, and like I'm just like now there's digital art, right? There's technology going into it, and you kind of have to embrace that. But just like my music taste has switched from, and I still love all the things I used to listen to, from like indie pop to Smiths, Pixies, Joy Division, and then Gorillas that introduced like a lot of electronic sounds.
Right.
I think that really changed it for me, especially then. And in a way, it is kind of emblematic of like growing up when I first started making music. I was like, I'm gonna be a great guitarist, and over time, I think I just became more of like a producer. I would look at music in a producer standpoint, where like, or like more, and I see myself more of an artist. Where I guess what was hard is back then I was trying so hard to box myself in a genre, in like a title.
Right.
I guess
yeah.
like what encompasses that for me is artists. Like I could just make music if I want to, draw if I want to. I don't have to be the best at them, but if I could like bring them together, then I think I'll make something special.
Yeah. I love that you say that because, I've been around for like ever since you picked up a guitar and to now with the release of Drunken Daydream. And I love that you said you're kind of just letting yourself be whatever, you're not trying to just stick to a box. And I feel like the sound that you have now is the most authentic, it's ever been. It feels like you in music form. And like your lyrics have always felt that way because, that's just how you write, but just the sound itself, I'm like, I feel like this is you as a person and just your personality. It's very like, I really just imagine that part of the music video, you just like floating in the clouds. That's probably one of my favorites scenes there. So that's how I picture your music, just kind of floating along that way.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, anyone anyone else want to chime in of just like how you've seen his work evolve, or even some similarities too from previous works, and how like maybe common themes that you've seen throughout?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, your confidence has grown a lot, and since the last video we made, and I was also a robot in that too,
dancing,
and we were attached together.
Oh, yeah.
So that's cool that we're separated this time. So it was nice to have that independence, and I think we're growing. We're both growing as artists, and but it was really cool, to see that, and to see his confidence grow, and just kind of see his personality just change more. He's just being more driven,
Wow.
more motivated. I see, and he's learning a lot, like with the editing and being more aware of just like what he wants now, and I like it. It's cool. Yeah. First
Right.
he was lost, and now he's drunken in the daydream. So.
Oh,
It's awesome.
Ooh,
damn.
okay, I see
the
you.
connection, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've seen the very first thing Guyakal's ever made. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
I remember when he learned how to play guitar, because I had a guitar And I was just like, bro, I have a guitar. And then you were like, all right. And then you came over and you just like played guitar for like 12 hours until you were finally like, I know how to play guitar now.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, word? Okay, cool. Like, dope. You can play guitar now after sitting here for an hour or for a whole day. And I think the biggest difference that I see is just that like you're fucking better. You know what I mean? Like you're just like actually like way better at the craft. You know what I'm saying? Like objectively. Like you have so much more like skill at it, you know? And I think that's first and foremost what needs to be there. And everything else kind of follows. So I would just say confidence. I think you may be drawing a lot of confidence from how much better you are as a musician, you know?
Okay.
So yeah.
I was gonna say too, I remember that day because like, and the thing is, when I learned, I didn't learn the guitar in like 12 hours.
You did though. Like all of a sudden, after one day, you knew how to play all the songs that me and Chemo made.
Yeah,
And we're
but
like, oh, so we have a guitar player now.
I just remember though, because I think that was the time I wrote "Romantic Guy." Remember that?
Yeah.
And
Oh
when
my
I was
God,
done, I was
Romantic.
like, "Hey, I'm done." And then I stood up from their couch, and then someone sat down on the couch. We're like, "Oh!"
It's soaked. We're like, bro, what is happening here?
Oh
But
my
like,
God, I
think about
remember
this.
that, yeah.
Like, he picked up the guitar for the first time, and he learned chords, and he wrote a song. And the first song he ever wrote was "Romantic Guy," and that song has like a major 7 in it, and that's not like a standard chord that like a beginner learns how to play. You know what I'm saying? They learn how to play like "Happy Birthday" plucking on like the E string, and you were doing songs with a major 7 in it. And I'm like, holy fuck, he's already better than me.
Yeah. Just to, kind of wrap this up, our little party, I wanted to hear from everyone, what message do you want viewers to take away from the Drunken Daydream music video?
Eggplants.
Yeah.
What I want them to take away, I mean, I just had such a great time making this video, and like working with Gina, with Kevin of always, and with Esteban, Eric. It just felt right when we were doing it, and I just hope that like people do also see the work and just see the creativity in it. I hope they like it. I hope they share it, and I hope that it inspires them to make something of their own. Because I think I guess like I see this music video. I think it's like probably like one of the best things I have been a part of. You know, and it's still rough in the edges, which actually adds a charm to it. I had this vision like with the people in the background being gone, this completely desolate and stuff like that. But like in the end, I added that in. I didn't um overcorrect or over edit anything. So I guess what I learned and I want other people to learn is like, yeah, I guess like when you have an idea, pursue it, even if it takes a while, but don't like get up on it. And I hope that people just get inspired seeing this video.
Gina?
I really like what you said, Kyle. And I think so when you first told me the concept of this world you had created and the holographic children, and yeah, I do remember having some conversations with you about this story about this robot owning this human. And I remember I thought about like Planet of the Apes almost, kind of like a role reversal, futuristic, and the idea of like, being someone's pet and having to do what you're told, and this person kind of dying and like looking back and now finally being free. And I think like when we hashed out that part of the story, or that like, part of that dynamic, that like narrative, that's what I kind of connected to, I feel like, the most in this project. That kind of journey from like, being trapped to being free, and being able to do what you want, and, choosing that. I feel like art is a lot like that too. Like you have to make that choice, and you have to stand up and to stand up against, certain forces in your life. But when you do that, you like get to be free. And I think that was like, I felt like that like kind of became the message organically as we talked about it. And so that was to me really the heart of the story. And I think kind of what like makes it work too. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Quick Kev.
Yeah, like in terms of the message of the project, I think I'm pretty aligned with what Gina said too. I think that's what I took most away from it in terms of like the overall meaning and themes and things like that. But if I'm what I'm taking away is I guess is more of like the meta of what happened, and that's what I'm gonna like take with me, which is like, you know, creating in general is just like so important, and regardless how you create, it's just like it's important to create because like there's just a lot of destroying happening in the world, you know. And if you create anything, whether that's art or just like a safe space or like anything like that, if you're creating something, it's
Right.
meaningful, and that's going to be what you like leave on this earth. And I think when you think about that, the person that I always think of too is just Guical, you know what I mean, the holographic children. He's always in the center of a lot of projects people do in our area, and everyone works with him. Everybody, you know, knows him through creating something. And yeah, man, it's just
Right.
cool that I get to work with somebody like that I get to hang out with somebody like that, and it keeps the dream alive. So yeah, I think that's what I'm taking away from the project.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. And Esteban.
Yeah, that was beautiful, Kevin. Man, everyone pretty much said that I was gonna say, but I guess the most important thing that I wanted to say was just collaboration and just like friendship. It's great to have friends, and it's great to have people that are creative too and artists as well. And it's just nice to collaborate. It's just so fun. It just makes things smoother, it makes things better, and yeah, don't do things on your own because it's more harder that way. And it's okay to ask for help, and it's yeah, basically yeah,
Dude,
it's all good.
I 100%, because like creating is so important, but then creating with others makes it so much more meaningful.
Yeah,
That's
it
fucking
does.
true, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really agree with that. I think like Kevin and I have began creating music together, and Jess, you were part of that too for in the beginning, and like I don't know. Honestly, if it wasn't for Kevin, I wouldn't be making music. Like he's the one who kind of put me in that path.
Listen to me right now. Don't do this.
No, but like, and part of like with the question from earlier, as far as my music changing, that's also like as I've worked with Kevin more, especially during the dab season part. I made some rap songs, and I was like, that's not, yeah, it's
Damn
like,
good ones too.
yeah, and I was like, and I was able to like kind of just be, just be influenced by Kevin and the people that he would bring around me. Very creative people, and I think a lot of creative people in the Bay Area, they do kind of find each other, and even though it's like a bunch of small projects that people are working on, it's still like very impactful, at least for me. Like having worked with Gina, having worked with Kevin, of course Esteban. Like I think as far as like the most, the people I've met throughout my life that are creative, I feel like you guys are the most solid ones. As far as like, I don't know, I guess just based on the music video and like how long like we've all kind of remained in contact and friends.
Oh, that was sweet. Oh,
That turned my camera off.
I know. That was so sweet. Well, any new projects that anyone can chime in. Any projects that you're working on that you'd like to give us a little teaser for, or just a shout out? Anyone?
So I don't have any music coming out. I don't know if we'll see, one day maybe. What I've been like really putting a lot of my effort into is a lot of the stuff that we're doing on Twitch, and just creating those kind of shows, and just really like I like to think of like the stuff that we do on Twitch as just like a space, because I feel like all the people that watch the shows, like they really have just become like a part of our group of friends. And I think that's like the appeal to all the shows that we do on Twitch, is that it's just like this is like your 8 homies that you have free time tonight, so you're gonna go hang out with them, and that's how it feels. and we were able to like become Twitch partner and get sponsorships and stuff like that. And the Super Trash Bros League is 20
Hell
people
yeah.
big and stuff like that. So and I found like another creative outlet, and that's what I've like really been getting a lot of like energy from lately. So that's that. Check us out on this channel Tuesdays and Wednesdays on twitch.tv/confetti, it's a bunch of people playing Smash and just being loud, neighbor.
Yeah. Any projects for you, Gina, that you're working on?
Okay, so I want to. My plan is to make another movie next year.
Yes.
I'm working on screenplays, and I was talking with Kyle the other day, and I was like, I'd love you to do the music for it. So he's like, I'm in. So I think, and possibly co-collaborating again on more music videos with you guys. That was just a good experience. Just want to keep on keeping on. So yeah, more movies in 2023.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you offline if you weren't gonna say anything. I was gonna say you guys.
Oh, I'm ready to say it's gonna happen.
Oh, I'm stoked. Let's go.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, projects for me, the Gina's project. I mean, my project.
Yeah.
That, and I do have like some songs in the back burner. They're almost done. Just have to record the lyrics, get collaborators on it. Of course, I want to work with Gina again with music videos, Kevin again with like music, even though he says, I know he's still gonna produce and engineer for me. I've always just with like anyone here, Eric and all the Wave Gang, I always would want to work with them. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of projects for us.
Emo was like, dude, I want to make music again. I'm like, well,
really?
Okay, so
Yes.
I'm like, I don't. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and
Good
check out
luck.
Trash
No.
Bros. That's an ongoing thing, So check out this channel.
I don't have anything going on, unfortunately. Well, I'm in the league, so that's good. I'm Mama's boy.
Hey.
So yeah,
and you won
I'm
too.
in that. That's
You
dope.
got a win on Wednesday.
And I actually
Yeah,
won a
yeah.
match, so that's awesome. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to the future, see whatever happens, anything that pops up. I'm down for it, definitely. I'll always be there. So yeah, send in the signal, and I'll come through, and I'll be a robot, a baby, whatever you want me to be. I can play. As you can see, I have the John Oates thing going on. So if you need somebody to play as John Oates, I can fill in
Bro,
and
I
be
should have been
there.
Daryl Hall for you. We could have been Hall and Oates for Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh.
No can do. I can't go for that. Oh, I can do. I
Hey.
can't go for that. Can't go for that.
Finale ideas? Finale? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're right for the halftime show.
Yeah.
I need to do that for the halftime show.
You're a rich girl, and you're mom.
Write that down somewhere.
You can't rely on your home ass money. Yeah. See,
Oh,
there you go.
damn.
I've been
Yeah, we're
practicing.
already
Oh, damn,
getting
you got a
some.
falsetto too? God
Yeah.
damn. Powerhouse. Triple threat.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh yeah, you can also find me at the Berkeley studio, Funky Door. I started working there, so if you're in Berkeley in that area, please feel free to take a hot yoga class and look for me. I'll be there guiding
Is
you.
that a hot yoga studio called Funky Door?
It's called Funky Door, and it gets super funky in there, my friend.
It's funky in there.
Right? If it's in Berkeley, it's got to be funky, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is funky. It's fun. There's lights. It's like a nightclub. It's dope.
I might be moving to Berkeley. Top
You
of
should
the
check
year,
it out. It's
actually.
dope.
Yeah.
We also have Pilates
Oh.
too, so it doesn't have to be yoga. If you want to get your work on, swell on, get it there. And they're also having a twerk workshop, so if you want to learn how to twerk,
Oh wow.
the 19th,
Oh,
you
damn.
can sign up. And I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna learn how to twerk.
Queen,
so-
are
Next
you
music
doing
video
that
for you,
next
Kyle.
week?
Yeah.
I was like, here we go.
Twerk it out. Twerk, twerk, twerk.
That's gonna be impressive if you find a way to
I'm gonna add that to my
match your
resume. I know how to
though.
twerk.
All right. Well, do we have any
Whoa, Jesse, do you have any
No.
projects coming up?
Oh, thanks for asking. Well, because everyone is on Twitch and whatnot. I'm kind of getting the Twitch bug as well. I'm like itching to do something. So, I'm trying to get something set up. I mean, I feel like Kuya have like creativity just runs in our veins, and it's just how we were raised, and like we have a very artsy family, so that definitely fosters that and then supports that kind of stuff. So it's always in me to just like do something like that. So hopefully I can stream some of my own stuff. I'm trying to get that set up. I've always been a lover of Sims. It's my favorite game of all time, so maybe I'll like start some storylines or do something.
My sister
become a simmer, yeah, because I've always wanted to do that. Before Twitch was a thing, I just didn't have like the resources, so finally it might be something I can
Are you gonna do like a Sims reality show? And if you're doing that, can I voice act one of the characters, please?
Yes, as we talked, we love to collaborate, so hopefully I can find some way to make that happen. And I know Kuya and I are trying to work on stuff too, always trying to work on stuff together, so yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, and thank you for doing this. Like,
oh
yeah, like I asked
You're
Jesse
welcome.
earlier, just early in the morning, and I was surprised at how like for it you were, and thank you. I'm happy that you wanted to do this, because I know you have been wanting to do this for a
Yeah.
while now. So.
Thank you. I'm very honored that you asked me. So I was gonna, of course, say yes. I was really happy to do it. Are there any chats online questions? Did we get anything? Just
No
wanted
questions, but I do
no
have
questions.
a video to show just to
Oh,
maybe
okay.
end the night. I looked at a
Yeah.
couple. Okay.
Are we getting into a deleted scenes here?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Behind the
Do you have a
scene.
blooper reel?
Yeah, for real. Let's see.
No one always wants to do
Yeah.
This is my favorite video in the world.
Oh my god. Shooting star.
See, it's the green box I was talking about.
Look, Gina said, "Oh, a shooting star," and I pointed at it.
Flap a little bit.
Flap a little bit.
Oh man.
That was hard, actually. Like, it was working on my
Like
core.
your abs. I was gonna
You're
say
doing
what
some
an hour.
Pilates, dude. Isometric holding there.
Coming back.
I love it.
Some poor
Look
work.
at
Oh,
Yeah, look at that. Okay, Billy Banks.
I should have added this in the actual music.
God damn.
Oh. Okay, I think I could go to the end of this.
Now you're looking down. Yeah, look at the camera kind of floating.
Floating.
Alright!
There's
Oh.
one. And I have...
That was so
Oh,
fun,
what the
man.
hell?
I
Scanny,
love
what's up?
that.
Is that Scanny?
Oh,
Yeah, hey.
surprise guest.
Oh my god. Okay, there's another one. Hold on.
I love that.
Him. Oh my god.
Walking.
Y'all had to do this all through mime, so you had to be so with your body. So you did so good.
I do this all the time. I cry all the time. So this is easy. This is
Yeah,
easy.
this one could probably turn towards Kevin.
And I have no sympathy for anybody, so you can tell I
That's
suck at
Too much, yeah.
showing sympathy.
Yeah, like there, yeah.
There you go.
Why am I like Italian though? I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You okay? You okay? You okay? You okay?
Give me
Yo,
the
yo, you okay?
Ravioli, give me the.
That's you. That's where you got your.
I got heartburn. I got clips for that.
It's so dramatic.
I'm gonna rub all over you. I'm gonna rub all over you.
That was my. I do. But when the first thing I thought was his back is shredded.
Aw.
He is.
Because those things are so sharp.
I like the ASMR happening.
We could
I know.
into like a separate video.
Just like
I
you're
need
into
to-
this robots hugging, guys.
And we need to show that like in the corner during like Trash Brush streams from time to time. We'll just like have it like show on the screen. Just two robots consoling each other.
Job, like
I think that's pretty much. Let's see if there's one more.
roll a point. Okay. It's so hard.
Okay, I think there was one I wanted to show. I don't think.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, you're dead.
I don't think it downloaded, but we'll just end with the more robots.
Oh, this is.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, you're dead. Okay, so Esteban looking sad. Maybe like you're crying, cover your eyes or something. There you go. And then Kevin, like, cross over to Esteban and like put your hand on his shoulder.
What is this song?
Slap.
It works though, because he's a robot.
That's true.
It's very mechanical.
That song sounded like a NASCAR broadcast.
Yeah.
It did.
Oh yeah.
They wanted to fight our music, man. They want to fight our sound.
That's hilarious. That
Oh,
was so
man.
fun though. What a great time.
Amazing time, amazing. I can't believe that was May. You know, it's
Bro, how is time moving this fast?
I know, right?
It goes faster. So weird.
True.
It's great that you're ending. You're closing out this year. Like that's what
Yes,
this year is amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
for sure.
accomplishment.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you,
job,
guys.
everyone. With this.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah.
Again, Jesse, thank you for hosting. Where can they find you?
You can find me. I mean, nowhere yet. I'm private on Instagram. So, nowhere yet. But I will plug King Kong Fetty. Check him out.
Hey.
He's streaming right now, actually.
Oh yeah, we
Right.
should.
Yeah, twitch.tv/King Kong Fetty.
I'm gonna go
Monday,
over there.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Where's
I
he
think Thursday,
streaming
Friday.
right
Yeah,
now?
I think just Monday through Friday after probably like around 8:30.
Yeah. What is he streaming right now?
Overwatch.
Overwatch. Oh, it's
The boys.
Mm,
Yeah,
I see.
he does Overwatch, Tekken, Super Smash. He's thinking about Resident Evil. And I was just like, oh,
Ooh, Resident Evil 2.
You should do that with him, and that'll be a fun.
yeah. I'd like
It's
to.
such a good game.
We're trying to figure it out because the office is like the way his desk is set up. It's kind of hard for me to like
Hmm.
get a chair next to him. So still trying to work it out. But yes,
Yeah.
that's technically where you can find me right now
All right.
in the chat.
And you'll see Jess streaming some Sims soon.
Yes.
Sims.
No channel yet, but it's coming.
And
Excited.
Gina, where can they find you?
On Instagram, at Gina Chin Davis, one word. Also have a Tumblr, Gina Chin Davis, tumblr.com.
Love Tumblr.
Hell yeah.
I love Tumblr. Tumblr's my heart. So,
Yeah, I've never stopped being a Tumblr girl.
I don't think you can. I think you're
No.
that's your life. Once you're
Yeah.
in Tumblr, it's in your blood. So
Mhm.
I'm on
I
there.
found my old live journal the other day, and it's
Oh
so
my
fucking
God.
cringe. I'm gonna send it to you, Jess,
Yes, please.
because you'll remember all those times.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cringe.
But so real and pure.
All right, and Frankie, we're gonna find you.
Live journal. Also,
Live journal.
It's a K diggity dog dot live.
Oh my god.
And like the title of it is "The Rain Falls Hard on a Humdrum Town." I was going through my Smiths phase.
Oh, nice.
Wait, it's just all rushing back to me.
Dude, it's so cringe. What a sad boy I was. But you can find me on Instagram at medium37frank with a C. And I do a bunch of video game stuff. I used to do music, and I still post about music from time to time. And yeah.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram on ZestySD, and find me at the studios if you're in the Tri Valley or you're in Berkeley. Yeah, the Hot Yoga Studio, and you can find me on the Wave Gang, the Wave Channel, and Confetti's channel on Tuesdays and Wednesdays nights. So please, stay tuned to that for the tournament. It's awesome, good times, and
you make it the playoffs this year.
Playoffs, baby. Yeah, I hope so. Playoffs. Yeah.
All right.
Where can they meet you?
You guys can find me at the
they know.
Holographic Children on Instagram, theholographiccHildren.com. Check out my music on all major streaming platforms. I'm on this channel, WGWWTV, on Tuesdays for Trash Bros, Thursdays for Elden Ring, Fridays for Final Fantasy VII, and then King Confetti's on Wednesdays. Mike Racks from Gymnasium, or Mike Rack, that's his channel. Mike Rack. Not Mike Beck, not Mike Back. But I try to go on there on Mondays because they play Smash Bros. Hardcore level. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's rough in there.
Yeah, that makes warriors. That place makes warriors. You know. So.
That's true though.
All right.
Except Swin one. So.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. The spam of up beast.
That was my favorite thing that's ever happened on Smash Bros. I'm gonna make a video essay breaking down that moment because it was so incredible. Anyway, sorry, I'm dragging.
Well, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. For anyone who's on chat, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Go stream the video, and you'll hear.